Jai Hind. I, Dr. Vishwas Mishra, Associate Professor from Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. Today I am going to give the lecture on digital electronics on Boolean algebra. What is Boolean algebra? Introduction. In this introduction, as we know, the Boolean algebra was first given by the mathematician George Boolean in between 1815 to 1864. He also described an algebra of logic or an algebra of two variables, or that is true and false. In his term, the logic means a statement given binary decision, that is true, false or yes and no. Application of Boolean algebras. It is used to perform the logical operation in digital computers. The digital computer true represented by high values and 0 represented by the low values. 0 represented by the low values, that is low voltage. Logical operations are performed by the logical operators. The fundamental logical operators are, as we know, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. That is AND, conjunction or disconjunction, not, negation or complement. AND operators. It performs the logical multiplication denoted by dot. As we also know in mathematics, the multiplication is represented by cross or the dot. So when we have the two input, that is x and y, that is 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1, we will get the output the multiplication form. That is 0 multiplied by 0, we will get 0, 0 multiplied by 1, we will get 0, 1 multiplied by 0, 0, 1 multiplied by 1, we will get 1. In the OR operators, it performs the logical addition and denoted by plus. That is, if we have the two input 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, the output we have the addition of the input, that is 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 0 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1, because we have only two variables 0 and 1, two values, that is 0 and 1. So 1 plus 1 we will get 1. NOT operation. It performs logical negation and denoted by bar. That is the complement of the input. The operation are single variable. It requires only single input so that it can complement the output. That is, x is the input, output is x bar, 0. We have only two values, 0 complement 1, 1 complement 0. Similarly, truth tables. Now we will have the truth tables. All the Boolean algebras will be realized by the truth tables. That is, the truth table is a table that contains all the possible outcomes, possible values of logic variable or statement in a Boolean expressions. Number of possible combinations. If we have two input, then we have possible outcomes are 4. How we will calculate it? We will give to the power n. To the power n, where n the number of variables used in Boolean expressions. Truth table. Now we will make a truth table for the Boolean expression of x, y, that is x multiply y plus z. We have three variables x, y and z. Now the possible outcomes become to the power n, means to the power 3. It become 8. The possible outcome become 8. These are the possible outcomes. These are the decimal values for this possible outcome: 0 0 0, 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 1 1 1. These are the possible 8 outcomes for the three input variables. Now what we require? First we will bifurcate this expression into two parts. That is, first is AND part, then the combined part, addition part. First we will do the multiplication part, x and y. 0 0 0 0 0 0. 0 multiplied by 0 comes 0. 0 multiplied by 1 comes 0. So we will get the xy part. Now we combine xy plus z. xy plus z. Now 0 0 0 1 plus 0 1. 1 0 0 0 1 plus 0 1 0 0 0 1 plus 0 1 and so on. Now the tautology and the Falleyni. If the outcome is always come 1, that it called as a tautology, and Falleyni means the outcome is always becomes 0, then we call it as a Falleyni. Okay. Next, implementation. The Boolean algebras applied in computer electronic circuit. These circuit perform Boolean operation, and these are called the logic circuit and logic gates. Logic gates. These are the logic gates. We have three basic logic gates. That is a gate in a digital circuit which operates on one or more signals and produce signal output. Next, gate are the digital circuit because the input and the output signal are denoted by either false or true, 0 or 1. There are three basic gates, that is AND gate, OR gate and NOT gate, by which we will perform all the logical operations. First we will discuss about the AND gate. AND gate. The AND gate is an electronic circuit that gives high output only if all its inputs are high. An AND gate takes two or more input and produce only one single output. The basic structure of the AND gate is, this is the basic symbol of the AND gate, that is it requires two input A and B, the output A dot B, or A multiplication B, or A produce B. This is the input A and B, the output. This is the truth table in which we will see 0 0 equals to 0, 0 1 0, 1 0 0, 1 1 0. As the definitions already mentioned, that it produces high output only when all the inputs are high. If any one of the input is high or one of the input is low, it produces only low output. Now the next gate is OR gate. The OR gate is an electronic circuit that gives high output only if it's all the inputs or the output having at least one high value. If its input having any one of the input is high, it produces the high output. OR gate also takes two or more input signal and produce only one output signal. The symbol of the OR gate is this, in which two input. It may also produce OR gate of 3 input, 4 input, 5 input, but its output is always a single output. This is the symbol of the OR gate. The truth table of the OR gate is input, two inputs and the output. Now, as the definition says, any one of the input is high. The output is become high. 0 0 0. Any one of the input is high, we will get the 1. Any one will get 2, we will get 1. NOT gate. As the NOT gate is the complement gate, the NOT gate is an electronic circuit. It is also an electronic circuit which gives high output if its input is low, because it complements. If we provide low input, it will make it high. If we will provide it high input, it will provide low. The NOT gate takes only one input signal and produce only one output signal. The output of NOT gate is complement of the input. It is also called as inverter. This is the basic symbol of the NOT gate, in which we will see one input and one output, and the output is the complement of the input. This is the truth table. In truth table we see input 0, output complement 1, input 1, output complements 0. Now practical applications of logic gate. Now we will see how the theoretical problems we will implement through this logic gates. The first application. In this we will use NAND gate. We will set a alarm in the house or in the home, and we will provide it two input, alarm switch and person switch. When we come, we will press both the input, both the switches, then only the gate will open. If anyone comes and press the person sensor, then the alarm will ring. See, so while going out of the house, you set the alarm switch, and if the burglar enters, he will set the personal switch, and the alarm will ring. So if both the person switch and the alarm switch are on, then the burglar alarm is activated. Now we will also see the AND gate. Electronic door will only open if it detect a person switch and the switch is set to unlock. And this means we have to make the person switch on, then only the alarm will not ring. Microwave will only start if the start button is pressed and the door closed, switch is closed. As we all have the microwave in our house, when we press start, it will not operate because the door also has to close. When both the input get high input, then only we will get the output high. This is the best example for the AND gates. Now OR gate. Now the doorbell. We have two doorbells in our house, front doorbell and back doorbell. Any one of the doorbell will press, the alarm or the doorbell will ring. That is front doorbell or the back doorbell. Any one of them. Both will press at the same time, alarm will also ring. NOT gate. Now the temperature sensors. Now this is the NOT gate C. We see NOT gate example in temperature sensor or in the AC. If the temperature goes above 20 degrees Celsius, the heater will on. When the temperature goes below 20 degrees, the heater will not. This is the best example for the NOT gate. Now we will going to see the NAND gate, NOR gate, OR gate, XOR gate. These all are the gates are the universal gate. We also know NAND gate as a universal gate because we can realize all the basic gates through this one gate, known as a universal gate, because any digital circuit can be implemented with NAND gate alone. This is the basic symbol of the NAND gate, in which AND, we see the symbol of AND, we just put the complement before it provides the output, we will put one complement. So in NAND gate, what we have, all the input has to be high, then only we will get the output. Now its situation become opposite or complementary. That is, all the inputs are high, we will get the output is low, and any one or none of the input having 0 or the 1, we will get the output is 1. This is the NAND gate. That is NAND gate. How NAND gate become a universal gate? We will going to see all the operations of the NAND gate and how it will make the complement. If we have the NAND gate, first we see the NAND gate. In NAND gate, the X is the input. It provides two input, A and B become X, and the complement. X dot X ka bar equals to X bar plus Y bar equals to X bar. It becomes the complement. That is, it performs the operation of NOT gate. Now we provide the two NAND gate simultaneously or in a cascade form. We will get the AND operation. This is the AND operation, and we have the three NAND gate. If we put three NAND gate, then we will have the addition or the OR gate operation through a NAND gate. This is how it becomes the universal gate, and it relies all the basic logic gates through its single structure. That's why we call it as a universal gate. Now we will see the NOR gate. NOR gate, it is also known as a universal gate, and we will put the NOT operator in front of output. Before giving the output, we put one not or the bubble before the output. So it become or plus not. Not and means not operators and or, and the combination of or and not become NOR. In the OR operation we will have the definition in which it states that if any one of the input is high, then we will get the output is high. Now in the NOR operation the situation become opposite or the complement, because all the high outputs become low and the low output become high. 0 0 or gives 0, but in this case we will get 1 because the output get complemented, and 0 1 in OR we will get 0 1 1, but in the NOR gate the output get complemented. That's why we will get all the zeros in place of 1. Now exclusive OR gate. In this exclusive OR gate we have one. This is the symbol, this is the basic symbol of OR gate, and the basic definition of OR gate is it counts odd number of ones. That is, in the input we have, when we have the odd number of gate, the output become high. See, in 0 0 this is not the odd number, 0 1 this is the odd number. In two variable we have 1 in a single output, that is it become odd, so the output is 1 1 0, again the 1 is odd, we will get 0, and in 1 1 2 ones, na, 2 ones, 2 means even, so output is 0. Similarly exclusive XOR gate, exclusive NOR gate. In this NOR gate, this is the basic symbol of XNOR gate, and the basic definition of XNOR gate is it counts the even number of ones. Even number of ones means 0 0, no ones means even number, 0 we can take 0 as an even number, and 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 this is the even. How many ones are there? 2. 2 is a even number, so output is some basic theorems of Boolean algebra, that is we have to perform because we have only two variables, two logics, 0 and 1. So we have some basic theorems for Boolean algebra, that is property of 0 means 0 plus any variable, 0 plus any variable, 0 plus 1 become 1, 0 plus 1 become any variable, so we will say 0 plus a equals to a. Similarly 0 multiplied by anything, any variable, it becomes 0, property of 1. 1 plus any variable gives 1 only, because we don't have the higher values, only we have the 1, so 1 plus any variable get 1. 1 dot 1, 1 dot a become a, because it is the multiplication. If we place in place of a we have put 1, 1 multiplied by 1 we will get 1, the value of a. If 1 multiplied by 0 we will get the 0, the value of a only. So when we have 1 multiplied by any variable, the variable come in the output. In the addition we will add any variable to 1, we will get the 1 as the output. The next theorem is commutative, that is we can communicate the variable or change the position of the variable. See, a plus b equals to b plus a, we change it gives the similar output. A dot b equals to b dot a, this is known as a commutative law. Now associative law, we will change the association, in between the variables also. See how, a plus b plus c, these are by the small bracket we will show the association of a plus b then c. It equals to a plus b plus c, we change the association of b from ab to bc. Similarly in the multiplication scenario, distributive law, now we can multiply also. See, a dot b plus c equals to A dot B plus A dot C. A plus C, this is the basic formula which is derived from the theorems. A plus BC becomes A plus B, A plus C. Similarly, the third one. Now we have some more theorems, that is identity law, means A plus A. See, 0 plus 0 become 0, 1 plus 1 become 1. So whatever the variable, if the variable are similar, then the same variable will come outside. 0 multiplied by 0 means 0, 1 multiplied by 1 means 1. Similarly, the redundance law, A plus AB equals to A bracket A plus B equals to A. These are the basic theorems that we have to learn in this Boolean algebra. Complementary law. See, A plus complement x bar equals to 1, because put the value of 0, x in place of x, we will put 0. 0, complement of 0, 1. So 0 plus 1, 1. Similarly, in this place, 0 plus 1, 0. This is the complementary law. Involution, that is the double complement. If we do zeros complement 1, again complement 0, means the similar value. Now the De Morgan's theorem. This is the most important theorem in the Boolean algebra. So we have to describe this theorem in detail also in the next slides. A plus x plus y whole bar, x plus y bracket whole bar equals to x bar dot y bar. The operators get changed. As we open the bracket, the operator get changed and the complement will individually. All the variable get its complement individually. Similarly, x dot y bracket whole bar. So when we open the bracket, all the variables get the individual bars plus the operator get changed. We can realize this De Morgan's theorem in this. Theorem 1, A dot B whole bar equals to A bar plus B bar. This is the A dot B whole bar equals to A bar plus B bar equals to NAND equals to bubble NOR. We will realize in the next slide. Theorem 1, how? This is the NAND operator. A dot AB equals to AB का whole bar. Now how it become the bubbled OR? See, bubbled OR. This is the OR and these are the bubbles. Bubble means NOT gate. When we put NOT gate in both the inputs, we will get the NAND operators. This is how we will get the NAND operators. Similarly, the truth table of the De Morgan's. See, 0 0 AB multiplication hota, yani we will multiply 0 0, we will get 0, but the complement is 1 1 1 and 0. Now A bar B bar, A bar B bar. See, A bar B bar means A complement B complement, 1 1 from 1. These two columns having the similar values. That's why this is how we can prove through logical operation. This is the logical circuit diagram and this is the truth table, how we can prove that these are the similar values. We will get the similar values. This is the first and this is the second. Similarly, for the theorem number 2, in which A plus B whole bar equals to A bar dot B bar, NOR equals to bubbled NAND. This is how we can realize this thing through the circuit diagram. This is the NOR basic symbol and this is the bubbled or NAND gate. We put NOT in front of input of the AND gate and we will get this bubbled AND gate, and through the truth table we will get A plus B whole bar 0 0 1, because 0 0 we get the 0, but the bar, so complement of the output. So this all the outputs, and when we complement this input A bar, B bar, we will get this, and we will see this column and this column having the same value. So this theorem is hence proved. Thank you. This is for the today's class. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.